Welcome, beautiful Paris Saint-Germain family. In today's video, we talk about Pistolero, the super sub of Paris Saint-Germain. We'll take a look at his entire time at Paris Saint-Germain. I will explain to you, both by logic and numbers, why Goncalo Ramos is one of the best super subs in the world and why he should remain a super sub. Goncalo Ramos was obviously signed for 70 million from Benfica. Had a great first season, good-ish first season. 21 starts, 14 goals, and 1 assist. And when you see that, you're like, it's a good season. If you guys keep playing him, this is potentially like he can score 40, 50 goals a season. And that's what a lot of people believed in, that just see numbers, that just see stats. We watched the games, we thought that Goncalo is nowhere close to being Paris Saint-Germain starting 11. We heard the stats. In 21 starts that season, he only scored 8 goals. Not the best. In 19 substitute performances, he scored 6 goals. That's really good, coming off the bench and scoring 6 goals. When you delve a bit deeper, do some calculations. Last season scored 236 minutes per goal when he came on as a starter, but 64.5 minutes per goal when he came on as a substitute. Last season, I told everyone, I like Goncalo. I think he's a good to great squad player to have. Come off the bench, start against the rubbish teams and so on. But people, they were like, no, Goncalo, he's still young. He can, I don't know, they believed in some delusion that he would just immensely develop, I don't know, and they want us to play for him. Like, this is not Mbappe. Mbappe is a, top player. You play for him. You build a team around him. You create countless of chances for him. That's not Goncalo. Goncalo is not that good. Obviously, Mbappe left, and there came no replacement for Kylian Mbappe, no big name to take his place, so everyone assumed, including myself, that the front three would be Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, and Goncalo Ramos in between them. And Goncalo would, up his numbers this season without Mbappe in the squad. And he started off with the preseason really good and started off the Le Havre game really good with the cheeky assist. Unfortunately, he got injured. And this is one thing I hated when he got injured is, as they say, this is a quote, distance, growth, grows the heart founder. What that means is no absence growth the heart founder. What that pretty much means is when something is absent, you start liking and loving it more than if it was present. And that's exactly what happened to Goncalo. A lot of PSG fans were like, oh my God, Goncalo this, Goncalo that. They just started lying, outrightly lying about who the player Goncalo Ramos is. Because Paris Saint-Germain went through the worst period in some time. We were really bad, losing UCL games, still winning in League and not comfortably, where we're not dominating games as we should. So everybody thought when Goncalo comes back, he's going to change this team. Well, Goncalo came back and, the team changed a little bit after that, but it wasn't down to him. It was down to all the other stuff around the team. Goncalo was still the same player. And here are his stats so far this season. In 7 starts, he's only scored 2 goals. As a substitute, he scored 6 goals. In 8 substitute, like that's insane numbers. Way better than last season. So when you do the quick calculations, he scored a goal in every 27th minute off the bench. Only goals every 270th minute per game, which is absolutely disgusting. His ratio from last season is even better. Like last season was 64.5 minutes per goal off the bench. This season is 27. So one thing, Goncalo is better than last season, but he's actually worse as a starter, but better as a bench player. And he also a lot has to do with Luis Enrique. Luis Enrique wants his 9 to be involved in the game throughout the entire game. And that's not Goncalo Ramos' quality. He is somewhat strictly a finisher. Doesn't have a complete game. So look, to end all of this, I've been saying this since last season. Goncalo Ramos has good ability. He doesn't really suit the system. Luis Enrique did not ask to sign Goncalo. It was Campos who went and signed Goncalo. Lucho didn't have that much power in the first summer. It was similar to Colomani. Nasser just went and bought Colo even though Lucho didn't want him. But Goncalo, for the future, for this season, for the rest of this season, I think he will still be a very impactful player, but coming off the bench, because we've seen him starting this season and last season. He's just not that good. Just not that good, missing big chances as well when he starts. But when he comes off the bench, when that pressure is off him, when, Dembele and Barcola have done most of the work and job, Goncalo's really good at coming off the bench. And it's not like he's scoring, like some of the goals, like the goal versus City. Sure, it was the end of the game, 1 minute left, Le Classique as well. Still a good goal. Still a good goal, killing off the game. But he scored important goals. He scored a 2-2 versus Monaco. He scored last season versus Clermont. Came on, changed the game. Scored versus Rennes. Came on, changed the game. So he doesn't just score. He changes games when he comes off the bench. And I hope every single PSG fan, after watching Goncalo, if that wasn't enough, after watching this video, understands his role in this team. So when Goncalo doesn't start games, don't ask the question, why isn't Goncalo starting 5 to 10 games to see if he's good? No, look, if a player needs 5 to 10 games to start to show that he's good, then he's not good. You also have to understand that Luis Enrique sees Goncalo way more often than us. We're in training, and in training, Goncalo clearly isn't good either. I like Goncalo Ramos. I like his mentality that he can accept this role. But I need all PSG fans to understand that Goncalo Ramos, if it's a very limited player, but he can still be impactful despite being a limited player. That's been it from your boy PSG on why Goncalo Ramos is the super sub of Paris Saint-Germain. That's been it from your boy PSG, and as usual, allez, bye.